Gonna change the world with my hockey stick. Gonna make a real difference.
Feed the poor and heal the sick. There we go. Oh my God.
Big episode today.
Hockey's back.
It's finally.
You know, we took it easy over the summer. Let's just chill. Let's just chat.
Let's just chill.
Talk about what we want to do over the summer. Golf.
Now let's dial in because we're back, baby.
And you know what? We're back. I'm like, hey, let's just send a little DM to Leo Carlsson, ask if he wants to hop on the pod.
No big deal. Second overall
Not a
draft
big deal.
He responds within seconds. Absolutely.
Oh
pick.
yeah.
And then we had him on the pod right away.
Jared's got a ton of pull in those DMs.
He
Who else are you DMing in there, Jared?
just the important people. You know, I keep it all business.
Yeah, Jared's DMs are like flooded
all
with
business.
all-stars, superstars.
I don't want to brag or anything, but
Just so much stuff going on in Jared's DMs. It's insane, I bet.
I just thought maybe since Leo's jumping on the pod, I thought it'd be kind of fun to share like our favorite story of like each of us can go through our favorite story of when we met Leo. So Hayden, why don't we start with you?
Yeah.
You mean just on the? I wasn't there, you know. So
Oh, you don't hang out with. Oh, okay.
yeah, sorry.
We're hanging out with the stud.
So
No.
Overall pick.
I'm just giving it. So Chippy and I met Leo Carlsson. That's how we got his contact and all that stuff. We went to the NHL Combine, shot some skits with him and stuff like that.
Yeah, he was a beauty.
And for sure, like, so you get to. It's really cool because I'm more invested in these players now that I met them.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be 100%
for
honest.
sure.
You know, like the top few prospects, and after that, you're like, who are these guys? I'm just throwing it out there.
Until they do something in the
unless you're
NHL.
like really obsessed with like prospects and stuff like that. If that's really your thing,
Mm-hmm.
but for the most people, you're gonna Bedard, Fantilli, maybe Leo Carlsson, like.
Easton Cowan, stud. Shout out to Easton Cowan,
Oh,
Leafs
yeah.
prospect, first rounder.
But there's a lot more hype around like the Canadian guys. So all we hear is
Yes.
about Bedard. I guess everyone else too. But you always hear the Canadian guys all really hyped up. You don't really hear as much about the Swedish guys.
Yeah, honestly,
Finnish,
I
maybe?
didn't hear much about Leo Carl. I mean, I did because I was watching the World Juniors, but not not a ton.
You see his name, but it's not. a lot
I didn't know
of
he was going to
news.
be like top
And
2.
yeah, and then you meet him, and we met like I think 15 NHL prospects, like basically the top 15 drafts there, and 100% Leo just oozing with personality.
Oh yeah, he's
got the dry
flowing,
humor.
and like
Yeah, so one of the
comfortable in his skin. He was just like, yo, this guy is a beauty, man.
exactly there was no awkwardness. He just hopped in. What's up, guys? How's it going? What are we doing? Sure, let's do it. Like no reservations at all.
Just unreal.
Yeah, just flowing.
You guys were
Absolutely.
pretty limited in time with him though, so we're gonna get into some more deeper topics today, right?
Oh yeah, we had 10 minutes with him, and we basically just like, all right, like ask some quick questions, shoot a skit. And one of the questions that we asked him, this is when I knew like this guy's the real deal. I asked him, we're asking every player, if you could have one skill from an NHL player, what would you
Oh,
take?
yeah, I remember that.
What skill would you take? Right, and we're getting McDavid speed, Ovi shot,
McDavid
Matthew
speed.
shot, McDavid speed. We
Yeah.
asked Leo, what skill would you take from an NHL player? You could take anything. He says, oh, Henrik Lundqvist looks easy. Without missing a beat.
Yeah.
He didn't even think.
It was unbelievable.
He had it in the back pocket.
I'm like,
This kid's a stud.
I said
I said
right
this
there, I
kid's gonna
said,
be
you're going
lighting it up.
first overall.
Yeah,
like, right when a team interviews, like, we want this guy on our team.
He's gonna be he's gonna be an absolute.
It's a good
stud.
thing Jared's not a GM, or he'd be.
I don't
don't know,
know,
maybe
man.
maybe-
This kid could. I'm hearing a lot. that this
I would
kid's gonna
change
be
the
an
game.
absolute player.
If I was a GM, I'd just put like an all
Change
social
the world
media
with your
team.
hockey
Oh
stick.
yeah, I would
You
be.
know what I'm saying?
I'd be drafting for the marketing play. I'd be like, which one of these, what charismatic stud could I draft for the social media post?
I'm hitting that cap floor, but everyone there is just a solid personality.
Oh yeah,
We're making it up.
we're
in
getting
brand deals.
17 biz nasties on the team, man. What are you talking about?
And you know what happens? Because everyone is just like having a great time, they start winning. And then they become it's the ultimate.
And then everyone wants to show up to the rink, so they're showing up and playing 24 hours out of the day because everyone's when they show up is such a beauty.
Selling out
that you don't want
stadiums.
to not be around it because they're such beauties.
Exactly.
It's like a beauty fest.
I love this dream
How
world
many
you guys
beauties
live
can
in.
we get on the team?
Dream
And
big.
It's like a team full
Hey.
of beauties.
You
It's
know
like
what?
a team full of chippies. Like imagine that.
Exactly. Hayden, you got to aim for the moon because even if you miss, you're
Oh.
heading for the stars.
Yeah.
Like holy,
that coming.
a team full of chippies would just be so insanely competitive.
Oh, and just one coach, Jeremy. Just give me one.
Yeah,
coach.
I guess one Jared. We'll take one Jared. as the coach. You can coach us. You can be our coach.
Hayden can hang around too.
You could be our coach. Hey, you could be assistant.
All right,
I'll be equipment manager,
big draw today.
just like the podcast.
We got Leo. We got lots of great questions asked. And we asked you guys on social media. Give us some questions to ask, and we'll drop that at the end. And we also want to talk. We got preseason hockey. It's exciting. Hockey's back. We're going to talk about that a little bit. A few things changing in hockey. Little stuff going on with BioSteel.
What's
Drama.
Jared, do you have the inside scoop for us?
I got the inside scoop.
He does.
And I got a quick little question about the most Canadian little game. Most Canadian. Not going to reveal.
Love it.
But let's just not make you guys wait anymore. We all know why you're here. You're here for Leo. Let's bring him on. All right, there he is, big Leo Carlsson. What should we call you, anyways? Hockey nickname? We got something that we should know about back in Sweden. What'd they call you?
I mean, Leo's pretty short, just to go with Leo.
Hard to nickname Leo.
Lion.
Yeah, it was really hard to actually.
All right, so we got Leo. So you call him Leo. Second overall draft pick.
Congratulations on that.
Congrats. That is.
Yeah, let's get
Yeah.
that.
Thank you.
Oh, baby, we love it.
I'm telling you.
Thank you.
Anaheim has a bright future. There's a lot of young talent on that team. You were just at a skate there with the boys. How's it feeling in the dressing room, on the ice? How are things going for you?
Feels good. Everybody's excited for new season and all that. Some preseason games now, so it just feels good
Beautiful.
so far.
All right, we got some rapid fire questions just to get things going. We're gonna start with something about your motherland. The top 3 Swedish snacks. What are you thinking here? Like Swedish fish?
We'll start it off. Yeah, Swedish fish for sure. Yeah.
I used to have my friend was Swedish. He used to make, or his mom used to make crepes. They were super. Are the crepes?
Crepes?
It's like
Like
a
a-
little
what's that?
pancake, like a Swedish pancake
You call it something? They're little flat pancakes.
Little-
You roll them up.
with like syrup. Like
Little icing
maybe
sugar.
not. I don't know. Is
Nah,
that?
Nope.
I don't know.
Never heard of it. Never
I
heard
don't
of
know
like a
really.
little pancake.
Just like
Maybe it's called something else.
just like normal
like they're-
pancakes.
But they're like
Like
skinnier.
small
It's like
pancakes,
like
here,
this.
like they're thicker, but like they were just little. They're called like
Yeah, but that's like normal Swedish
Yeah.
Swedish
Oh,
pancakes.
yeah.
okay.
yeah. So
I think,
that's
yeah.
what we used to have.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
You're not
just
hitting those
left
fluffy
in.
ones. You don't want fluffy is out.
No.
Okay.
Thin is better.
I'm a
think,
big
to be
crepes
honest
guy.
with you.
100%
Yeah.
agree.
Like
All
it
right.
more.
What is surströmming?
Fish guy.
Did I say that right? That nasty Swedish fish, the fermented.
Yeah, that's nasty. Oof. Just smelled it a couple times. It's not.
You're not
it's
eating it?
not for me. Eh? Don't like that shit.
Okay.
Oh no. Why would I eat it?
So,
So it's not-
What are you eating? What's
All right.
What's your
Come on.
go-to snack?
We swinging or miss on all fronts here. Swinging
snack?
in a miss from us.
Yeah.
Let us know top 3 Swedish snacks for you.
Like we're talking about snacks, food or snacks like on a Friday night snack. You know what I mean?
You know what? Just give us a
What are we
mix. A
talking here?
snacks like a candy. Give us a candy. Give us like Friday night. Yeah, give us a milk.
Okay.
mix.
I mean, just normal chips, sour cream and onion, but like the right brand. So it's called if you can say it,
Estrella?
Estrella.
Can you say that?
Okay, close.
Estrella? Yeah, it's pretty good. Estrella. Yeah, all the Swedish people knows that that is class. And then we have Marabou chocolate bar. It's called.
What's
Marble.
it close to now that you've been in the States? Does it compare to anything like Mars bar or something?
Oof.
No.
Not really. I went to IKEA and bought some Marabou actually.
Okay.
Is it like airy?
The other
light?
day. So
Does it have caramel?
it's like
Peanuts?
a normal chocolate bar with like kinda. It's like a normal chocolate bar with some
okay.
flavors in it.
Cool.
Kind
We'll
of.
have to try it.
It's like I don't know really, but yeah.
Sweet.
Oof. And then 3.
Give us candy. Huh? That's candy.
Candy. I'm not a big candy guy over
Salty
here.
tooth?
So.
I'm a salty
Salty
tooth. I'm a
tooth.
chip
Yeah,
guy. I'm a
salty tooth
burger
for sure.
guy. Give me
Yeah,
some
I like that,
shawarma.
yeah.
I'm a big
Oh,
salt
yeah.
tooth guy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, me too. Called it's called All Against
Against
Bila.
Bila.
Can you say that?
All against Bila.
Swedish lessons over here.
No, okay.
Yeah,
I just made you
that's
say
it.
something you shouldn't. No, I'm kidding. What is it?
So it's like all against cars basically. Bilar is cars, cars in Swedish. So it's like small gummy
Oh,
cars
okay.
basically.
Okay.
It's like gummy
Those are
bears,
good as
but
well.
it's gummy cars. Okay.
Yeah,
We're
kind
gonna
of.
look these up. We're gonna put them on the screen.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep it going.
Yeah,
Rapid
have to.
fire.
Yeah,
What
keep
is
going.
your pregame meal?
It's usually what the team brings.
Okay, not picky.
To be honest, not a big cook guy myself, but so we have got like chicken and rice here every day so far. So have to go with that. We have to go
Chicken
with
and
that one.
rice.
Okay.
You just,
What
any
if
Chicken and
sauce
rice.
on there? Is there sauce or no?
Yeah, getting tired of it. Depends. If there are some good sauces, I'm
Okay,
putting them
I
on.
like
but
that.
Okay,
no,
we're gonna rewind the
not every
clock a
time.
little. You're like 13, 14 years old. Mom's cooking something. What are you looking forward to? What do you want to eat before the game when you're a kid?
Ooh, like macaronis, like
Yeah.
pasta, but it's not. Yeah, macaroni and sausage,
Beauty.
basically.
Okay.
That
Carb
was the
protein.
go-to. The easiest to
Yeah,
make
nice
as
and
well
quick.
for my mom.
Like a spicy sausage?
Yeah,
No, just like a
not really. Just the
normal sausage.
normal
Okay.
one.
I like that.
Sweet.
I don't think you have that sausage here in the US though, or Canada,
All right.
wherever you are.
We have like Italian sausages. I
No,
like the
special
Italian.
sausage.
I get spicy with it. I
All
like,
the flavored ones, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good
All right,
too.
next up here, what
That's
flex
pretty
are you
good.
rocking?
77 at the
Ooh,
moment.
how tall are you? 6'3".
6'3". So I might have to get like, yeah, I might get a 82 flex soon. But right
You've been
now
hitting the
it's
gym,
77.
Been
right?
beefing up,
It's
yeah.
Yeah,
working.
you gotta pump the foot. Where's
Yeah,
the stick
I
come
mean,
to you? Is like
yeah.
nose, chin, like below the chin.
Yeah, it's
Okay, so
about
you got a
long.
long and flexy stick.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I think I got the max length
Okay.
of stick. I don't know.
Dang.
I
All
think
right.
so.
One thing that you do before every game, if you have any superstitions or something.
What's something you have to do?
Not crazy superstitions. Just take maybe like a boring one with like everything right on the
Right.
equipment. Basically, that's like kind of boring one everybody does. And then one shoe in every period.
No way. Actually, yeah?
Yeah, gotta have
Just to
that
keep you
too.
dialed? No way. Just to keep
Yeah,
you absolutely
it's not-
dialed,
I
just
like
keep
it,
you
I like it.
focused?
Oh yeah,
I love
keep it
that.
calm.
I love that.
That's the
Just
thing. Keep it
focus.
calm.
Nice.
Just put it in and
Just
sit it calm.
absolutely dialed. I love
Yeah,
that
love it.
answer. Holy.
The pre-flight check.
Oh, yeah.
And the
Yes,
dip.
sir. We like that. All right, let's move on. Let's go childhood hero. Who's your childhood hero? I did watch another podcast. You said you like Sidney Crosby.
Yeah,
Hockey
we have
player.
like hockey player
Yeah,
is Sidney
non-hockey
Crosby,
player.
sure.
What's a non-hockey
Yeah.
player?
My father,
that.
basically, I think, taught me everything. Basic answer, but it's true. So, gotta give it the
Can't go wrong
the
with that.
props
That's
to
great.
him.
This is rapid fire, but we got to
Sure.
dig deeper. I'm a father. I love people who are good fathers and who are trying to be good fathers.
Yeah.
Give me some tips. Like, what did your dad do? Like, you look back and you remember something from your, like, oh, I love this about him.
I mean, I wouldn't say I loved him to have him as a coach, but pretty hard on me. I mean, I think it's either you're hard on your son or you're like the son's the
Yeah,
hockey
yeah,
son.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
On the team. So he chooses the hard side and just he was hard on me on practice and stuff, but I think that taught me some good lessons and he made me the person I am now.
It's one of those things
sure.
you look like in the moment, you're like, oh, come on, dad, like relax. And then you look back.
Yeah,
Builds character.
Well,
exactly.
something I heard is that one of the best
Exactly.
things that you can give to your kids is discipline. Like teach them to be disciplined, right? And obviously people don't like to be disciplined. And there's obviously a line to walk there. You have to be respectful, but respectfully like discipline. And then they see it and eventually they grow into it and then they become disciplined. I mean, second overall.
Yeah, I mean we have a good relationship. Like at the rink, he was my coach, and then when I went home, he was my father. So like didn't really have a problem with it like at
That's
home
great.
and stuff. So it was cool.
Love that. All right, and let's end the rapid fire. You got some downtime. You're not playing hockey. Maybe it's the off season or just when you get back from a practice or something.
2.5 hour practice.
Yeah. What are you doing? What's your downtime hobby?
Yeah. But summer, I'm golfing for sure. Trying to golf as much as possible in summers. Haven't bought clubs here yet. Should
I
maybe
hear
do
some
that
good
soon.
courses.
Because the weather is like great all around. So
Are you lefty or righty?
might have to buy some clubs.
Righty, yeah.
Righty. Yeah, righty.
So how's the game
Yeah.
looking? Is it you just love it? Or are you good at it? Have you playing for a long time?
I mean, it depends how you compare it to, but if you compare it to Alex Killorn, I'm not
Right.
that good, but if you compare to someone else, I'm pretty good. I have a 5 handicap right
Okay.
now.
Okay,
4 or
so
5
you're a
handicap.
player. So you're a
That's very
player.
good,
You're
yeah.
a player.
Pretty good.
You're a player.
Hockey
Yeah.
players can do anything, you know.
Oh, yeah, for
6'3", you give him,
Yeah,
give him
oh,
a
yeah.
club. You're
For
hitting
sure.
300.
Yeah.
Right? 300 down the fairway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Leo's
Oh, yeah.
athletic. He's an athlete. He's,
Oh,
of
yeah.
course, he's gonna pick up any sport. He's like
Exactly.
Coach Chip. Coach Chip picks up any sport, and you just can play
Exactly.
ping pong.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter. Is it
No,
golf?
everything.
Is it hockey? Is it tennis? We're
Mhm.
picking it all up. I feel that. I feel that from you,
Yeah.
Leo, too.
Hi, I'm a hockey
sure.
player, but I'm playing golf
For
today.
sure.
Exactly. Eh?
We can do it. We could do it all. Us hockey players,
Yeah.
we can do it all out here. I know that's just a fact, man.
For sure.
Now, I think in
Agree
your
on that
in your
one.
Twitter profile, it says
That's a
something
fact.
about you being a professional Call of Duty player. Is that still your side
Yeah, you
business?
ripping cod or what?
I'm gonna buy the new MW3 now
Oh.
when it comes out, and buy a new
Oh, your
PS5.
P-
Haven't played COD in like over a year, to be honest. But the new COD sucks, so I don't.
You're a
I can't play
PS5 guy. You're not an
at the moment.
Xbox guy.
So,
Oh, come
not
on.
not
Come
Xbox
on,
guy.
I'm
Are
an
you one?
Xbox guy over
Are
here.
you an Xbox guy?
I don't really. I'm
Oh.
indifferent.
What is that?
I don't care.
Oh my goodness, this guy's playing
It's
the
not a-
PS5. That's crazy.
He's judging you hard.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, coach. Come on, I can't be on the
Holy, that's
Xbox.
insane,
Come-
brother. The Xbox,
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
that's
it's Xbox.
so
The
bad.
Xbox crew will know. The Xbox crew just knows. But what's your favorite?
I can't. Yeah, I mean Xbox in like MW2, sure, and MW3.
What about Call of Duty
Sure,
Black
but
Ops
then
1? Did you play Black Ops
PS4.
1? That was my favorite COD.
I did play it. Wasn't my favorite card because I played MW3 a lot.
Yeah, I
when
played
that
that
was
too.
out.
I played that.
And then so that's probably my favorite game of all time. But I was so young, so I didn't really like was allowed to
Yeah,
play
yeah,
it from
yeah.
my parents. That's maybe why I love it so much.
Yeah,
Because
that's
I
facts.
didn't
I know.
allowed to
I was
play it.
never allowed to play. Then
But then
they
yeah.
allowed me to play, and
Yeah,
I was addicted to that game.
Exactly.
Were you a sniper or
Yeah, I
were
was
you
addicted to that game.
AR guy, submachine guy?
I'm a MSR sniper.
Okay,
in
that
MW2.
MSR.
No,
Little
3.
quick,
MW3.
were you a quick scoper?
Yeah, MSR gold.
Ch-
Yeah, quick scoper, MSA gold. Yeah.
We're gonna have to
Extended
start.
max,
We're gonna have to run
everything.
some streams. I want to get the
Oh, yeah,
gaming
for
streaming
sure.
set up and just start shredding. Let's run
Oh,
it.
yeah,
That'd
for
be
sure.
awesome.
Of course. I'm
grab your gamer tag after.
I
the,
could just tell we could talk gaming. I could
Yeah.
talk gaming probably for the next 2 hours, but
I'm gonna have to be like,
Yeah,
all right, kids,
yeah, me
I'm not
too.
tucking you in
Let's not do
tonight. I got some COD to play. I'm getting back into video gaming. All right, let's get into let's talk about the draft. Taking second overall, going to Anaheim. What is that like going into such? That's got to be like one of the most looked forward to thing. Like, when do you start thinking about that? When you're like 13, 10? Like, when you're like, I'm going, I'm gonna get drafted. Like, when does that start to become a thing? And take us
Yeah.
through that process.
I mean, when it becomes a thing, it's probably like the year
Okay.
before, probably
Yep.
like last summer. But I mean, it's always a dream. I mean, I watched every draft. I think it was like
Yeah.
2015 or something, 2014. So I mean, it's been a huge deal. I mean, the whole life. But until I was like 16, 17, I mean, I didn't really take it. The draft serious. You know what I mean? I just had it. Yeah, I mean, just had it as a dream. So about a year ago, I mean, I was like thinking that I have a shot to go high in the draft.
Nice.
Probably.
And did you have like a number in mind where you thought you might go? Was it a surprise, or were you like, oh, that seems right up number 2? That's my spot.
No, I mean that's what I thought. I thought like maybe 2 to 5, 2 to 7, something like that probably. So I mean I wouldn't like be disappointed to go 5 or 6 or 7 as well.
In
So.
the end, it's a number,
Just,
right?
yeah.
And then it
Yeah,
means absolutely
exactly.
nothing because there's guys that have gone first overall and
Mm-hmm.
they just absolutely disappear. And there's a lot of steals that you get in the draft. You can have a great career, and it matters what you do after that. And
Well, there's guys that have got drafted in the second round that have turned out to be like Hall of Famers, right?
oh yeah, they
So-
always do the redraft.
Yeah.
like a few years
Yeah.
later,
Oh, yeah.
right? So in the end, it's kind of just an
Yeah.
ego boost, really.
it's all about the style and flow. It's all about
Yeah,
not thinking too
right.
much and going out there and
For
flowing.
sure.
But I saw a
for
little
sure.
story. You were on another podcast before the draft. You had to drive because I drove. I was at that draft too, and I had to drive 13 hours overnight with my buddies. It was like a storm, and you said,
Yeah.
did you do the same thing?
Yeah. So I remember the draft was on a
Yeah, it was
Wednesday,
a Wednesday, yeah.
something like that. So we flew in to JFK in New York on the Sunday night, basically. I think it was something like that. And then then it was like too much rain and storm and everything in JFK, so we couldn't get on the flight until the next day, I think. And then my parents started worrying about like missing the drafts and stuff like that. So we had like no other option to just rent a
Rented the
minivan and
Minivan.
go on 13 hours.
Well, you know, if you don't show up, then they can't pick you. So.
13-hour road trip.
Is that how it works?
Oh yeah, you're just whipping the mini. That was like me and my buddy. We're like, yeah, overnight we're gonna drive. Like we weren't gonna fly, and it was like, yeah, we gotta get there. And we're just whipping. I did like a 6-hour leg with my buddy. My other buddy took the wheel. We were passed out, and we were just trying to get there. And then once we got there, it was beautiful. The weather ended up being great, except for that Wednesday night. And then it got crazy again. There, like the Thursday, I think it was. Yeah,
it was so hot though. So hot though in Nashville.
So you got a 13-hour drive in a minivan to get drafted. Was that bringing you back to like your minor hockey days, like the long road trips? You're in the back of the van just like playing on your like Nintendo Switch or something?
I don't think I had the 13-hour trip though. Too. When I was young, probably like 1 hour max though. But yeah,
it's so different in Sweden because everything's a lot closer. In Canada, things are so spread out. Like there's some crazy road trips. We'll talk about that a little bit later on the pod here. Okay, so you're going to Anaheim. You find that obviously you're excited no matter where you get drafted, right? When do you start thinking like about the actual city you're going to and be like, hey, Anaheim, the weather's nice. I can golf there.
We like Anaheim.
Like, are you
We like that.
Yeah.
Are you weighing those options early, or is that kind of like after the fact?
Yeah. Of course you watched. Yeah, I mean, of course I knew it before the draft, like where the nice cities was and where they were not. So and of course California can't be that better. Can't be better than this. I mean. Just the high taxes is kind of bad.
Yeah, I mean Florida would be real nice too.
Otherwise,
Florida.
Florida's probably the best.
Yeah, Stammer knows about that Florida. He wants to stay in Florida.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But I mean, you get what to pay for here. I think so. It's like walking with like flip flops and shorts to practice every day is like, of course, it's
that's
nice.
beautiful. If you come to Toronto, if you're in Toronto, it's going to be high taxes. Freezing cold during the winter. The media's gonna be all over you. I mean, Anaheim seems real nice. Anaheim seems real nice.
Yeah. Drake and
Beebs is gonna be at the games. Drizzy's gonna be at the games too. Chippy's gonna be at the games.
Yeah, maybe we'll fly over.
Oh, Chip is gonna be a game.
Yeah. No, but yeah. So after the draft, like, what happened that night? Like, did you guys go out? Because I know I was out. There was quite a few, or I went out like the Monday night. There was quite a few NHL guys that were pouncing around the different bars or whatever. Did you go out or did you stay in? Were you like tired or?
I went straight to sleep. Actually, it was crazy. Because and then my dad and my older brother and my two agents went out and we went out to the bars and my agents got home late, I think. So I don't know. I didn't go with them though. I got straight to sleep. I was kind of sick as well. So
you drove 13 hours. So
that's the answer your team wants to hear.
Yeah.
He got drafted, went straight to bed.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Yeah, it's true.
Drank a lot of water.
Yeah, and then I worked out at like 6 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, that's exact answer we were looking for. That's the exact answer we were looking for, Leo.
Yeah, you got a long career in media training. You can help these players answer.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Talking about getting drafted to Anaheim, I just wanted to see, how do you feel knowing that you're going to be a crucial part of like the young core that's going to grow? And I see you guys being an absolute unit in like a few years, hopefully. Like, how does that feel?
Yeah. Feels good, of course. I mean, to be one of those, high prospects centers that there is on our team. So we got some amazing up and coming defensemen as well. I mean, our rookie team was just stacked with the defensemen. So it's a bright future.
What's it like playing with Zeeks? Have you gotten on the ice with him? Like, are those mitts insane? Those hands, like.
Yeah, I was on ice on him twice, I think, when I got here early. Because, he hasn't signed it and stuff, so he's not here at the moment. So I was like on a summer
Okay.
ice thing with him, and it's pretty
Yeah,
good
they
mix,
gotta
actually.
they gotta lock
Good flow
him
as
up
well.
for a
Yeah,
bridge
he's got the
deal.
flow. He's
So-
got.
Yeah.
Is he teaching you that Michigan
Yeah,
goal or
he's
what?
got the
Was he
flow.
teaching you some Michigan stuff?
Not yet. Not
He's
yet.
got
not
that
yet,
Michigan quota.
unfortunately.
He's got the Michigan
Gotta learn
quota
from
to
it.
hit every year. He's got to hit a
Yeah,
couple of those
exactly.
a season, eh?
Hey Leo,
yeah.
we only do highlight reel goals here, so
Yeah, we're only allowed Michigans. Yeah,
Yeah.
He comes in, we're only allowed Michies
Only
this
on
year.
a sports center. Yeah, only on a
Yeah.
sports
Yeah,
center.
it's for, we play for the Sports Center top 10.
The highlight reel, yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking like as an if they're like coming from the Anaheim fans, what do they have to look forward to? Like, what are you going to bring to the team? What do you feel they should look out for? You know, when you
A lot of
reach up the
style and a
States?
lot of flow. I'll say that. A lot of style, a lot of flow.
Yeah, a lot of style and flow. Yeah, a lot of style, of course. On the warm no Bucky. I don't know.
Oh, I
maybe.
like that.
No, I know. No, I mean, a big centerman who can really skate and carry the puck. I think brings a new kind of offensive. Yeah, brings a new offensive center guy into the team. Who I think can change a lot of the game and make the other players around him
I
better.
feel
like
like you got a
that.
nice vision for the ice too. Like I feel like you're gonna be setting up guys.
Nailed it,
Yeah,
Aiden.
yeah.
So Chippy and I had the pleasure
Yeah.
of meeting you at the NHL Combine there, chatted a little bit, and I remember you saying that you felt one of your best qualities was just how you see the game, like hockey IQ, I guess, right?
Yeah.
And that's basically,
Yeah.
that helps make the other players better. Looking forward to seeing that
Mm-hmm.
out on the ice for sure.
Just not when
Yeah.
you're against the Leafs.
Yeah.
Tone it down.
Yeah,
On,
Tony Elliott to Leafs, eh? Yeah, we don't need you. Yeah, don't
Leafs.
be giving our defensemen any trouble.
All right, let's take it back to when you're playing
I
in
won't.
Sweden.
I won't.
Hockey
Yeah.
pranks and just pranks in general are definitely a part
Prank.
of the game. Especially, you know, you're with like a
Yeah.
group of guys, you're traveling, some crazy stuff happens. So I had the pleasure of playing in Sweden. It was like a friendly tournament that we were doing. A group of guys got together and just played like some of the local teams. We were at the gas station and I did not know this. They sell fish jerky, which in North America it's all beef jerky, but in Sweden they had it's like
Fish
dried
jerky?
fish. It was at the gas station in a bag.
Okay.
You eat that stuff?
Right.
Okay.
Not really. No,
So-
I don't. Gotta
I
picture it
don't-
first.
it's just it's fish and it's in a bag and it's just dried and
it's like dehydrated
de-
fish.
dehydrated. So you chew on it and I don't know. I was like, this is nasty, but one of the guys on the team bought it, and we tried it on the bus. It was gross, and the guy just put it away. Well,
Yeah.
we're playing our first game, and one of the guys decides that it'd be hilarious to slip a bit of that dried fish jerky into the goalie's jock. So obviously, the harder he plays, the nastier that's going to smell. He starts off.
Well, do you not see it in your
Yeah.
job? I would.
No, they opened up the little thing, dropped it on the
Oh,
like
okay.
you know it's hidden, and then sealed it up.
Oh.
Okay.
Like a little Ziploc
Little
bag.
Ziploc bag, yeah. So he's sitting there playing, and
That's
just
a good prank.
the
That's a good
more
prank.
he plays, the nastier it starts to smell, and he has no idea what it is. And goalie gear already stinks. It's already gross, right? By the
Yeah.
end, he's just and you know he got like 75 shots against because we were taking, right. So
weren't playing
he
anything,
was
eh?
he was sweating, and then at the end, he's like, "What?" Like he figured it out, and he was not happy. But I would say that was probably one of the worst hockey pranks. I just want to put that out there. It was in Sweden. I thought it was you know a funny prank, but also for the goalie, not that funny. Tell us, do you have a
No.
very memorable hockey prank?
Oof. I mean, I don't have any crazy ones, to be honest with you. I was trying to think of it, like, over the night, because you texted me like that I was gonna get ready for some hockey pranks, but I can't like remember anyone like any and like
Okay.
extreme ones. Just like the normal, you know, like taping on the blade and stuff like that. You know, on the
Yeah.
skate blade and stuff like that for a game. Embarrass himself in front of the girls, or
Right.
something like that. It's probably
That one's a tough one. That one's a
I
tough
don't know,
one, though.
man.
That's just an
kinda-
OG prank. Yeah, you get the little skate, the little clear tape
yeah.
on
It's
the
not,
bottom.
It works
Boom,
every
that's
time.
all. I think that's all we
Yeah, it
ever
works
had.
every
Like,
time.
I know, 'cause when you're at the higher level,
Yeah.
you can't be doing too many pranks.
No,
You know? The coach
no.
will. Coach will. We
No.
played buckets. We used to like. Guys would throw the helmets on, and we would just go at it in the room. But that ended up we weren't allowed to do that.
Fight?
too
Yeah,
much,
I
but-
did too.
Well,
Yeah,
I know
did
that
too.
there was
I did too.
something on TSN a while back. Someone taped up was it Zegras' gear, or was it Zegras taping up Fleury's gear or something in a whole big
that was
tape ball?
Crosby.
Crosby's gear, yeah.
That was Crosby. That was
Yeah,
Crosby.
Crosby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
if you
Crosby,
had to
yeah.
pick one prank that you were gonna pull on your buddy in the room, what would it be? Just pick one. Like what would be your?
Well, he's gonna give it away now. He's gonna give.
Oh yeah, I guess.
You can't give the prank away.
No, that's true. That's true. I can't say it. No, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know.
We'll give you some fish jerky. You can.
I'm not really sure if the rookie should go in and just prank everybody.
Don't
Maybe-
be doing
maybe
that.
not a smart
Don't be
idea.
doing that.
Great advice.
No, maybe not a smart idea.
Go in there and make the boys laugh
Frank
though.
Silverberg and just
Go in
get
there and
my
make the
ass
boys laugh. That's it.
Yeah,
baby. Go
for
in there and
sure.
flow.
I will.
I think what
Put up some chipper
Exactly.
videos.
Exactly.
There
Exactly.
we
Go
go.
show them all the chip
Love some
videos. That's it. That's
Yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah.
I think one of the best pranks that I saw just on YouTube, I think it was Valentine's Day, and they had a giant teddy bear. And they put it on the bench, and they were just interviewing the players.
Yeah.
And then the teddy bear would just like move and be like, "Hey!" And I'm pretty sure Zegras was
Yeah.
one of the guys
Oh,
that got
Yeah,
I
that's
saw
good.
that.
That's
he
good.
almost cried.
Yeah, they would ducks. Yeah.
I
ducks
might.
do that.
I would
Ducks do
might
that,
pull. They would watch out. I might throw a jab if that thing came at me. I might throw one of those.
Yeah.
You sending that thing back to Build-A-Bear?
No, I saw a couple. Like I think back in the day, I don't know if it was like the NBA guys, but they would like do like room service skits.
Oh
Where
yeah.
they would like order like room service to their buddy's room or something like that.
Or
like,
they order it to theirs and put it
like
on their
Ovechkin.
bill.
I saw some like old Ovechkin stuff where they would used to like
That was a commercial.
Was it a commercial?
It was like commercial Crosby versus Ovechkin.
Yeah.
Or, like there was what, like some funny ones
Yeah, I
like,
think
back
that
in the
too.
day. But
Well,
yeah.
it looks like the Ducks social
Yeah.
media might have a few in store for you, so we're just giving the warning ahead
Yeah.
of the time.
I think
Be ready for anything. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Be on the
Hopefully.
lookout.
If there's
Yeah,
cameras,
hopefully.
you got to
We'll
be
see.
ready. Yeah.
Yeah, get out of here. Just get out of here.
Speaking of social media, I've seen a few uploads on your TikTok. The younger generation of hockey players, are you going to start like posting more often, managing an account, or are you just like once you're in the league, you're pretty much like give that to your agent and you're just focusing on hockey?
On the
Yeah, TikTok,
TikTok part?
Instagram. Like, are you gonna
Yeah,
run
you're
your
gonna
own
start.
account?
You're gonna do some skits with Coach Chip.
Yeah, you
or
do some
what?
collabs, some
You gotta stay
stitches.
away from that, eh?
yeah, if I get an invite from you,
Oh, buddy,
I haven't got it yet. So
I'll come
Sure,
through.
do it.
We'll
Come
get
on.
Z's. We'll get all the boys in it, and
Come
we'll do. I'll get you guys
Yeah, I can
acting.
see it.
We'll get you in some skits. Let
Yeah,
the
that's
social
good,
media
that's good.
team know. Reach out to Coach Chip. Coach Chip's gonna fly right there. We'll get some skits going. We'll flow for sure.
Just need a couple first class
No,
round
but I
trip
mean-
tickets. You know, no big
Yeah,
deal.
get
On
us,
game
get us
day.
some I need
Yeah,
some
I mean,
box
yeah.
seats when I show up. Eh?
Yeah,
We don't ask limo service. We don't ask much.
I'll hook you up.
Let's
I'll
go.
hook you up.
I'm
Okay.
holding you
No,
to
but,
that. I'm holding you to that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I love TikTok. I probably have like 5 hours a day on TikTok, or 4 hours a day on TikTok probably. So, I mean, I just love watching the memes
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So, but I would never dance.
not gonna dance, eh?
to
No.
TikTok. To be honest, I'm not doing it. I'm just like doing like this small funny video. Not funny, but like
You should
some,
do some, like,
videos.
you should do some like
yeah.
food reviews. Do
Here-
some like
here
food
and there.
reviews or something like that.
Food
Yo,
reviews.
that would be
Yeah,
unreal.
maybe.
Just start going viral with your food reviews.
All the
like-
gross Swedish food.
Oh
Some
yeah,
mukbangs. Some mukbangs.
yeah. The ladies will love that.
Yeah,
the ladies will love
mukbang.
that. You get your your
Yeah,
cute
for
face
sure,
out
for
there a
sure,
little
for
more,
sure.
and I'm telling you.
How Leo goes from 190 to 250
That's true.
pounds, eh? Mukbang videos.
Yeah.
It's a strong center now.
Yeah.
Look out, power forward.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Big body.
Let's head back to Swedish hockey and how that's a little bit different than North American. So I hear that in Sweden. Well, actually, first let's take a look at the numbers. We got about 550,000 kids registered in Canada, and in Sweden there's about 65,000. That's almost like 10%. But every single year, Sweden competes. Sweden is putting a gold medal worthy team, putting up good prospects into the NHL draft. So I always think, like, what is Sweden doing that Canada is not? We have so much to draw from, and you guys just seem to have it dialed in. So what's it like, growing up as a kid? Are you playing a lot of hockey? Are you on the ice once a week, or is it like 5 times a week? Like, walk me through the development system.
Yeah. So I'm a 04. So I started off with the 02s. I remember when I was last year in kindergarten, probably.
You were already
I was like,
legit.
I was like,
You were elite at
five.
5.
yes,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, I was
I
okay
was
with
too.
stick
I was
and
like
that,
I
so-
was like as a 5-year-old man.
Yeah.
I know you guys are laughing. I'm not
Because
even joking.
You
Like,
say it every time we have someone on.
no, but it's so true. Like, it's just
Oh.
like at 5 years old, like I was just one of those guys that just had it. So like, when you have it at 5, you're gonna be playing a couple years up. Like, how many goals were you scoring when you were 5?
Yeah,
like, I remember I had like a 14-goal game or something.
Not a big
like that,
deal.
Like,
He told Adam Fantilli the same thing.
20-goal game or
Bedard.
something
And
like
Bedard.
that. Like, yeah, like I'm just letting. I gotta let the
Yeah.
boys know. Like, Coach Ship can really play too. Like,
No, so I started off with O2s in when I was what's the count with
Say
like
5.
2009 something like that 9 and then and then just play like maybe 6 other teams in like our part of
Same
Sweden.
there's only 6 in your loop. There's only
It's
6
just-
teams
yeah,
in your
yeah.
loop. Or
No, it's not 6,
Okay,
like
but
10,
then-
but like something like that. Yeah, exactly. So then we play like when you just playing in one zone, like one goal player, one goal player. Here, you know what I mean? Yeah. So just crushed out those games the first
Lots
2
of
years, I think.
practices or lots of games?
And
Like,
then
how's
you-
that looking?
Oh yeah, both. I think it was like it wasn't that hard in the it wasn't that many practices a week. I think it was
Okay.
like 4 maybe. Because we I mean we were like 5 years
Right.
old. And then when I think it's like under 10 or something, when it's somewhere in 9, you're starting playing like
Yeah, that's when it starts
full
getting
ice,
serious.
full
At
At
hockey.
9 or 10. So you're cross ice
Exactly.
or half
Then you-
ice that whole time until you're 10 years old, and then you go full.
I think it was that. Yeah, I think it was like that when I was growing up. I don't know exactly
Right.
how
So
it's
Canada
now.
recently moved to
So
that.
many different
We
rules
used to
stuff.
have full ice games, and then they're like, we need
Yeah.
to be more like Sweden. So they moved everything cross ice, trying to get more
Small
like,
area.
small area games, puck touches and stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, because I mean, if you have one kid that's just faster than everybody, it's
Like
just gonna
Leo?
go
Well, that makes
faster
sense.
than
That was
everybody.
literally like
Yeah.
me. Like,
So,
that's literally
yeah,
what happened with
yeah.
me. I'm just blowing around guys.
So Leo should coach
It's like,
me.
holy, this kid's just dominating out here.
Let's let Leo be the star of this
no
pod.
other kid can go out there and do anything. It's like I'm just relating to Leo.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like Leo and I can relate to this stuff.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
high
it's
elite
relating.
players as a young
Mhm.
6-year-olds.
Yeah.
I know you guys weren't on the AAA level. We were.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so
true. Yeah.
we're relating. Here.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess that makes a ton of
Yeah,
sense.
so-
Keep it tight when you're young. Get a lot of touches. I like that.
Yeah. Exactly. So then, we say so. Now we skip forward to under 13 because it's called under 13, under 14, under 15, up to 16. So under 13, because so we have our SHL team. That's like like the highest level team in our
Okay.
organization, of course. And then it goes at the same team. It goes under 20s and under 18s and under 16, and then
That's all in the same
way
city?
down. Yeah, in the same rink.
That makes it really
and
easy for
everything.
you.
So that's the
Yeah.
biggest difference, I think. Yeah. So but that's the biggest difference from American and
So just
and
paint the
Canadian
picture,
hockey.
like you're a kid,
you-
you're playing in this city, and then you see every level up until like the pro league.
Yeah.
And then you can go and watch those guys
Yeah.
play, and like your dream is just be like, hey,
Yeah.
like I want to be like those guys. It makes it a little more achievable than the
Exactly.
NHL, which seems like to a lot of kids, even in Canada, like
Yeah.
like how do I even get there? But it seems like I like
Yeah,
that.
So
exactly.
were you
So,
ever
yeah.
like going to like tournaments and
Sure.
playing North American teams at all?
We had like not for our not for my home organization, home team, but we had something called like the Sweden Selects when I was growing up. So we went to remember my first tournament was in Bolzano, it's called, in
Okay.
Italy.
Okay.
That's fun.
And just remembering Matthew Savoy and Shane Wright dominating that tournament.
Right.
I was like, I think I was like, I know it's what I don't know, maybe like 5'5"
Wow.
or 5'4" or something like that. And just seeing Shane Wright like
He
5'11"
grew a bit
at
earlier than
12 years old. I was like, what's going
Yeah,
on? What's going on here?
holy.
Man child.
Yeah, so those guys
Talking
just
about,
dominated that team. Yeah, I remember.
talking
Yeah, I
about
remember.
watching like some Swedish players all in the same organization working their way up. Did you ever watch William Nylander when you like he's not that much older than you, but I imagine that you would have been younger when he was
No.
playing in that organization. Yeah.
Yeah. In the we wasn't in the same organization though, but I watched on TV a lot. One guy who was Joel Exnack, in
Okay,
Minnesota,
yeah.
and then Brodin,
yeah.
Jonas Brodin,
Oh yeah.
Clefbaum
Oh, yeah.
from in
Yeah.
Oilers. Rasmus Asplund, Buffalo, Nashville,
Nice.
and Florida. So those guys I watched.
Right.
This is
watched
great. Like
growing up,
you're watching
sure.
these guys, you see them develop, you see them like a few years older than you, making the jump, and then they go over to the end. You're like, oh, I'll just take the same path as them. It seems like,
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
yeah,
I'm
it's
still
like it.
confused. I'm not understanding it.
But I didn't quite do
So
it.
what's
Sorry,
so you if you play with the same team every year, or I'm getting confused, or it's like, why is it different from what we're doing?
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah. So look here. It's the same group of guys all the way up to under 15.
Okay.
Because then in under 16 you take up
Okay.
the best players. Because then you're starting to play against teams all over
more travel.
all over Sweden.
That's U15.
So that's you
Under 16,
under
okay.
16 because under 15 you just have games against your own
Yeah.
state,
Yeah.
whatever we call it, not state, but like it's
Yeah,
small,
right.
small. But then in under 16 it's a new series when you play, like all the big
Right.
clubs in Sweden, like all the SHL clubs.
So are
To
those
play
like all?
them
Is
in
that
the
like the
league
stack
instead.
league, the SHL? That's like this,
Oh, yeah.
all the
Yeah.
best. Okay.
Pro League. So when do things?
Yeah, exactly. So we play like so we play every like SGL teams under 16
Okay.
teams. You know,
Yeah,
you
so
know what I
it's
mean?
The
a
Follow
farm
me?
team for the pro leagues. So
Yeah.
when do the hockey parents start to get really nuts? Like things are serious. They're yelling at you way too much. You're like, chill, guys. There's fights in the stands. When does that happen? Does
Yeah.
that happen early?
From 5 to
Is that when you're 5?
to
Yeah.
forever? Like,
Yeah, I've never seen a fight in the stands by the parents, but seen some crazy parents growing up as well, and like some crazy coaches from the other teams. I mean, if I thought my dad was crazy sometimes,
yeah,
some
my
other
dad.
dads were
My
just
dad. Yeah, my dad
unbelievable,
used to be
actually.
banging on the glass. He'd be right in the
Passion.
corner. Like, move your feet, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah, move your feet. You're not moving.
More
Yeah.
passion,
Yeah.
more footwork.
The chalk
No.
after the games. Did you ever get in the car rides home? Were you getting like, yeah, your dad was like letting you know, like,
Yeah.
yeah, you know,
Car ride home.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I miss. I mean, he knew how good I can be, like at every year. So, of course, he wanted the best out of me. So if I like had a bad game or something, it would not be like the most friendly car ride back home. I'd just sit there quiet, not moving.
Let you wallow.
So that was
That's
probably
literally it.
I had
yeah,
some rough car rides.
eh?
I had some
He
rough
believed
rides.
in you. He
Yeah.
believed in you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and those games, you better
oh
get
yeah,
your gear
sure.
undone quick. You don't want to be the last one out of the room
Yeah,
on those
yeah.
games, eh?
Oh, exactly. No, but like, if I had like a bad shift or something, he would like, just like take me aside and kind of give it to me. But then like the next shift, I would score. So
Fired you
it's
up.
like, exactly, fired me up. It's like exactly. So it helped me for sure
100%.
a lot. Yeah.
So just to
a lot
give
of
like
times.
the contrast in North America, like there's a lot of small towns, and you can't really. It's hard to develop
Mm-hmm.
in the small towns. So any players that are pretty decent, and I'm talking for the Toronto area, but it's probably like this in a lot of other provinces. Canada's so spread out. Like there's a lot of driving.
Yeah.
So a lot of the kids, if you're good and you're close to Toronto, you essentially have to start moving. Like people just move to Toronto so they can play in the GTHL. They want to play AAA hockey.
Yeah, it's a lot of trap. Like you have to move to be in the competitive areas.
It's a lot of travel. So like say there's a kid that's say 9 years old, wants to play some AAA hockey around here. They're gonna have to drive an hour and a half to the rink for practices, an hour and a half home. Then they got to drive like for games like 3 hours, 4
Yeah, that's
hours
crazy.
sometimes. There's tournaments all over the place.
That's
There's
crazy.
flights like you're dropping like probably
Yeah.
30 grand in costs, and it's basically treated like a mini professional league. Like they're paying coaches. It used to be all volunteer, but now like a AAA level, like the coaches are getting paid. People are buying teams. They're like secretly moving kids around so they can stack up teams and stuff like that. So it doesn't really have that community feel. It seems in Sweden, it's more like you're from that area, you play for that area, and like you get that camaraderie. You're more connected, more of a community vibe.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. You play for because my home team is called Färjestad. So I live like 500 meters from the
that's
rink.
why you
So I
made it.
mean, I
That's
grew
why
up
you
playing there.
You walk to the
Yeah,
rink. Eh?
that's my mate. It's like I walk to the rink, but then because you have a school as well, of course. So you go 9 grades. Yeah, and in the ninth grade, you play in the under 16 team. So then I actually moved from my hometown and to a new team 1.5 hour away. So it wasn't like that crazy. I moved to Örebro, it's called. Where
I just looked up
maybe
your
know it
hockey
of
DB
that
stats there,
season.
so I was trying
Yeah.
to. I was like, I'm not going to try
Yeah.
to pronounce any of these towns, but follow along.
No, it's not. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. So then I got jumped up right away to the under 20 team with the 01s and 02s, I think. So I played 1 year there, and then I got called up to the HL team because they don't have like a HL
Right.
team under them, so they just taking up junior players.
So is that against men?
So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
another
So you're
great
playing
part.
against men then?
What's that? Yeah, exactly. So then I played. Yeah, so then I was playing against men when I was like 16 years old as well. So that kind of like that's the biggest difference I think between like playing in the dub or in the OHL.
There's not as much of a gradual
or just-
progression to it. It's kind of
No,
But they move
exactly,
you up as
exactly.
needed.
Yeah,
I mean,
right?
I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean the OHL and the dub is better than the Sweden's under like juniors series, of course. But you have the opportunity if you're good to move up to the SHL team, and the SHL team, I like to call it like the second or third best league in the world. So
And is that
Like,
league
it's-
like
yeah,
like
it's-
obviously those are men, like were they coming at you?
Yeah.
Is it physical? Is it more skill? Like I've heard that Swedish like is a lot more skill over there. I could just be like, is
Yeah.
it still physical though? Like, does it still get nasty or?
yeah, of course, it gets nasty. I mean, it's a bigger
Okay.
ice sheet. It's a lot of more tactics.
Olympic
I
size
think,
ice?
in that game.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's like I don't know.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah,
bigger.
something
It's
like
bigger
that.
than what you're
It's
playing on
bigger.
in the NHL, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
But I imagine if you're a
So it's almost-
16-year-old or 17-year-old being called up to that team, the older guys on that team are going to be looking out for you, right?
hope so.
I would hope so. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean here though. I mean, if somebody rocks somebody, we're not gonna fight because if you fight, you're getting a match penalty, which is
Yeah.
incredible.
Right.
I don't know why, but and it's here. It's like a 5
Yeah.
penalty, I think. But there, but then if you throw the gloves,
Wow.
you're out.
Okay.
So and maybe
Strict rules. Yeah.
and maybe suspended for
Wow.
some games as well. So
Sheesh. Yeah.
yeah, I know. So that's why it doesn't happen so much. But yeah, I mean, it's fist of games.
they'll go
so, I
back
mean,
and rock the
so
same guy.
You're playing against.
I don't mind that. You know,
No,
a
exactly.
guy
I
delivers a
mean-
hard hit, you take his number, you deliver a clean one back later in the game. I
Yeah.
kinda, it's like
Well, it's but it's also on that ice. It's like it's just it's a lot harder
To line someone
to
up.
line
maybe.
somme up. Like you got to be a lot more position. I was watching.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
it
yeah.
was the
Oh, yeah.
what cup was that? Was I watching? It was the I forget what it was on the big ice. I don't know. I forget. It was like in January. I don't remember. What it was.
that's
called.
all right.
It was like
Yeah.
it was the Switzerland team won for the first time ever in their.
The World Cup.
No, I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was, but it was on the big ice, and I was watching the game, and it was just the ice was so big, and it was just like it was a complete different style. Like it just seemed there was a lot more possession.
Yeah.
You're trying to get it set up in the zone,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah, you will see at the 2024 World Juniors because it is in Sweden and it's probably on the biggest ice sheets that I played on. I mean, it's the same, but like it feels
Right.
it feels bigger because the stands are so far away in that rink. So you're gonna see it on TV probably and
oh yeah.
at the World
Yeah,
Juniors this year.
I'll be watching that.
Oh, I love the
Our
World
screen's
Junior.
frozen right now. So
It's fine.
is it? I mean,
It's fine.
okay. I know. I just can't see. I can't
Yeah,
see.
it's just a bit
anything right now.
laggy, but
That's all I was saying. Just in case
I
I'm
have some-
looking into.
some
If I look
trash
like I'm looking
Wi-Fi
into
here.
outer space, I can't see you right now.
yeah, no, it is some trash Wi-Fi here. Guys.
That's okay.
Nothing
That's
to do
okay.
about it.
It's all good.
But yeah, there'll
Yeah.
there'll be some Coach Chippy
stuff.
videos at the World Juniors. So you're saying
Absolutely.
Sweden's got the upper hand because they've been practicing on that big ice then at the World Jays this year?
I think it's easier to go from small
think
rink
so?
to big ice to big rink than the opposite.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know why, but just
You
yeah,
have
I
more
think so.
space.
Yeah, more time, more space.
yeah,
Everything
more time,
feels
space.
everything
Yeah,
feels
so-
more
yeah,
open
yeah,
and
yeah,
just
you have
feel
more space.
Yeah, more free flowing.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's easier to to get more space than to get less space makes kind of sense actually when you say it out loud. So yeah, I don't know. We have a good team on paper, I think, for this year. I don't know if I'm going to play or no, but still.
Just want to throw this out there. How long have you been in Anaheim for?
About 2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks. That's
maybe.
a good time for vacation. Obviously,
Maybe.
you're there to stay.
Yeah.
In those 2.5 weeks,
Yeah.
have you found anything that you're like, oh yeah, I could get used to this?
Not really. I mean, I tried Chipotle first time when I was in Florida
Okay.
during the summer. So probably
Alright.
Chipotle.
Yeah,
Doesn't
what,
exist
you
in
just
Sweden.
ripping Chipotle every day? Is that like your lunch, or what's going on with that? What's your order looking like?
I mean, we got lunch in the
Okay.
arena, but otherwise it's Chipotle.
Chippy's looking for a Chipotle deal. I think he saw who did the
Yeah.
Chipotle sponsor campaign.
Fantilli. I
Fantilli
saw
had
some
one,
of the
yeah.
guys that were doing Chipotle ads, so I was like, I need to get one of those going.
Will Smith did one,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just looking for
What
the
kind of
bag.
meat you get? You getting a chicken? You get like chicken in it? Or, yeah.
Yeah, chicken, rice.
You like
chicken.
onions?
What's that? Yeah, but it's kind of. I get the what's it called
Oh, pico de gallo.
pico or
Yeah, the
something?
stuff that's the way.
Pico de gallo.
Extra,
Yeah,
extra
that's
pico.
good. It's extra, and then sour cream sauce, and then cheese and
There we go.
I
salad.
like that.
Have you
Basically.
have
That's
you
it.
found a good donut shop? Because for some reason the States, the donuts are just like so deep fried and good.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet. To be honest.
Well, it's still the first 2 weeks. I think you're probably pretty focused on
Yeah.
being an awesome
Exactly.
hockey player.
Do you have like you have a roommate? Like
Yeah.
what's the like? Are all you guys staying at the same
Yeah.
pad, or what's that situation looking like?
Yeah. So everybody's staying at the
Oh, it's
same
a hotel.
there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm rooming with the other
Okay.
Swedish guy, Swedish goalie.
Nice.
Carlsson.
Did you light him up yet, or what?
Rooming with him. We have a
You light him up yet
What's that?
at the practice, or?
yeah, of course. I would help every time.
Water bottle popping.
There you go. What's your go-to move? Yeah, you're coming down the
it's popping.
breakaway. What are you doing?
Scoring.
Scoring, yeah. I mean, probably easy, just back and forehand. Tap-ins are all just a 5-hole.
I saw Bedard was doing that little backhand, forehand. What was it like? Did you play against him? Have you played against him yet?
World Juniors?
Yeah, you played against him, right?
Good juniors,
Like,
yeah.
is he a real deal James Neal? What's going on? Was he like unbelievable? Was
Yeah,
he
of course. I think so. I don't remember that much from that game, to be honest with you. I just remember getting blown out the first 2 minutes, and then the game was over. But just seeing him when he gets the puck, it's just dangerous every time. So that's probably that's probably the best quality.
What about U18? Were you on that team against Bedard, Shane Wright? U18?
Yeah, we didn't play them.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
I thought that it must have been a different country then. There was I think it was Ottman, and he laid a hit, and then a guy took him out, but he made a pass, and then someone scored, and he got up and he tapped the other guy on the head.
Oh no, that wasn't Sweden. That was
the
Czechia or something.
yeah. No.
Oh, it was Sweden.
It was Sweden, but it was the 1 year older.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they should have brought you up.
Yeah. He just did it like a nice opposite hit.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, buddy.
He took the hit, made the play, puck goes in the net, and he's like, "Hey, nice hit, bud." I mean,
Yeah, and they won by like 10-1.
yeah. I mean, sometimes those moments just
yeah.
come to you, and you got to just drop that swag.
Yeah.
You ever
Yeah.
you're gonna pull anything like that on the ice? You're a type of a chirper? No.
No, not really. No chirper here.
Yeah, just play your game. Focus on your game. That's it. Like,
I'm noticing a trend amongst
focus on the style.
Swedish players. They're all pretty. They all just flow out there, and they're all pretty. Keep themselves just very wholehearted. It seems like.
Gentlemen, like.
Yeah.
Gentlemen. Well, I mean.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to chirp at your second language as well.
I didn't even take that in.
Want to
Yeah.
get the right words
Right.
out, so it's like
I have always
okay.
noticed that though. Like it's like Canada versus Russia. You're expecting the Russians to be a little like, oh God, like I really want to beat Russia. I want Canada to beat Russia. Team playing against USA, the United States are a little more like, you don't want them to win because they're so full of themselves type of stuff. Playing Sweden, I'm like, this is going to be a good old-fashioned game of hockey. Like, there's no animosity. I mean, it feels like Canadians are like so polite and like they play the game right.
I don't know. I feel like we're pretty nasty though too.
Good.
I was pretty nasty out there. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was not very polite on the ice.
Well, hold on. Let's hear from Sweden's perspective, the other side of the pond. How do you feel about the Canadian? Is it the same feeling for you guys?
I mean, of course you want to beat them, but I mean, you probably want to beat like Finland more because it's like the neighbor country.
Yeah.
Who's the most physical country, do you think?
I don't know. I haven't played Russia in a while, of course. But I mean, I don't know. It's different games, But yeah, every team like Canada, USA, and Finland are pretty hard to play against.
Okay.
I don't know actually. Good question. I don't know exactly.
We'll ask you again in a few years, eh?
Yeah, I do. So
that must be like, is that kind of the dream when you're in Sweden? Like, I can't wait to play Finland. It's always kind of like that, got that rivalry. You must do that earlier because you're kind of like neighboring countries, right?
Yeah, so we have the first games in the under 16 season against each other. But I got to the national team in the under 18s.
Talking about like international games here. What do you think about the NHL wanting to do the World Cup of hockey? Is that something that you feel like is desired amongst the players? Like, is that something that you'd want to play in and enjoy it and be competing like you would for the Olympics?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I remember watching it. So that's what
it was like 2016, I think. Yeah,
16. Yeah, it was like the
Team North America or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. It was like the greatest tournament that I ever watched.
Nice.
So
That was unreal. I remember watching that.
Yeah,
it was like
that was
literally
unreal.
sweet.
Crosby, Bergeron, and Marchand line and everything. Matthews and David, like same line.
Yeah, looking back on it, it's like, how crazy is that?
Why are we not bringing that back? I want to see that.
Yeah.
I think it was in Toronto too. Like,
it
was insane.
They basically want to take over. Like, we need a best on best tournament, right? And they want to take that from the Olympics as the only best on best, really.
Well, they want. I think they're in discussions of alternating between.
Oh yeah, well, I mean,
so that you can do both.
Yeah,
that's what they should do. It every 2 years or every 4 years they have each. And
so I think they're gonna make. They're gonna play like the NHL players are allowed to come in the Olympics 2026 in like Milan or something like that in Italy. I think I've heard of that, so that's gonna be crazy if it's.
Well, I hope to see you on a Team Sweden, or if it's the World Cup, maybe they'll do the Team Europe again.
Yeah,
I hope you crack that team. I'd like to see you compete in that. Yeah,
will be cool.
I just got one question about the minor hockey days. What was your most memorable minor or like younger hockey experience? Like your best game ever? Like how many goals did you score? Like, do you remember a game where you just lit it up?
Everything was going your way.
Yeah.
When you got announced that you're going up to the U20, like you must have just been lighting it up every game. Was it just like?
First year in U20 was pretty tough because of playing like all over the players.
Before that, were you just lighting it up? Where they're like, this guy's got to jump.
Chippy
up.
wants to hear when you're 9, you had like 3 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and scored 8 goals or something.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, I had some games when I was like 12 that had like 9 points, something like in the game, something like that. But as you grow older, it's harder to do that. But I remember I had one game in the under 20s in my 2 years ago, so I was still like a underager, but I played on the SHL team, but I got sent down for a game. I think I scored 6 points.
So you got used to playing against the men, and then went down and you kept up the pace.
And I went down and play with 2 great players in the same line as well.
You just lit it up.
Yeah, we were just lining it up. Exactly, we just lit it up.
That's got to be the best. That's probably like what it feels like when I'm like coaching Mason. He's like 9 years old, and I'm the coach, and I'm like, try to get the puck off me.
That's like when in men's league you play the best team, and then the next week you play the worst team.
Fair. There's a big skill difference there.
Yeah.
All right, so we talked
sure.
about your draft and what that experience was like leading into it. Take us through what happens after you get drafted. You got to meet with the team. Like when do you know you're kind of like you're going out to the rookie camp? Like how does that process sort of work? And take us to where you're at right now.
Yeah. So after the draft, it was the dev camp for a week. So okay, and then I talked to Pat for a week, the GM, and he wanted me to go to Florida and work on the off-ice training there for a week with some other guys on my team, like the young guys on my team. Was there for 2 months during the summer. I was there for a week though because I went home
right.
to Sweden, of course. And I was home in Sweden for until rookie camp started. So I practiced it with the Örebro team actually during their preseason because their preseason starts like
Nice.
1st of August.
Okay.
Because the SHL started like September 17th, something like that. So it starts a lot earlier than the show. So and then I got here
Right.
basically.
What was your
quick little story
phone?
there.
Your phone like the day you got drafted? You getting messages from former players, future teammates? What was it like?
I'm not sure if I have read every single message still.
Right.
to be honest.
I appreciate you got back to mine. I said
Yeah.
congrats, bud, and I think you gave me like a thumbs up.
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot of messages to go through on that day. Sure.
Nice. Anything else? I think you guys put out there for some fan questions. Was there anything notable that you guys want to ask before we wrap up? Or
Yeah, we just let a couple of our fans know that you're going to be on the pod. So let's do a few questions from the fans, the fellow puck daddies out there.
Best rapper of all time. You listen to any rap music? What's your favorite? What music do you listen to?
Yeah, it's rap. But favorite. Oh, I mean, the most iconic songs is probably like Drake in our
Drake's
area.
big, eh?
Like because he's like you can listen to every song of his, but now because I feel like Lil Baby are better, but Drake has more
right,
iconic songs.
he's been around a bit longer, so that's kind of
Exactly.
So Lil Baby
exactly.
and Drake.
All right, so we got
Those are my favorites.
we got Swedish food or American food. I think it's just a gimme what you're going to answer, but let's hear it.
Yeah, I mean it's
Yeah.
Swedish
Okay.
food
So
still, come on.
give me a little more detail. What's
Yeah.
what American food? Too deep fried? Too much fat? Like what are you looking forward to in that Swedish food?
I mean, I like that too, but I mean, I feel like it's just a lot of the sauces in Sweden are better, I think, because I'm used to it. Don't want to eat like ranch to everything I eat, so
There it is.
that's a lot of ranch.
I'm a mayo
going
guy.
on here.
I like the
Not
Chipotle
ranch.
mayo. Do you like mayo? I'm a big
Yeah,
mayo
mayo's
guy.
good.
The thing I noticed
Good.
in Sweden, the breakfast is
Yeah.
way healthier. Like a lot of stuff in the States, it's just like everything's
Yeah.
fried up and sent
Yeah.
out the window. But they like I at one of the hotels there, they had just a little smorgasbord, and it was like little bits of fish and like lettuce and cucumbers.
A lot
It's
more nutrients on that.
so nutritious. It's like, wow, this is like such a
Yeah.
good. It's like oatmeals and yogurts and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, this is a good breakfast.
Where
Yeah. I feel like here in the US it's just like scrambled eggs or
That's it.
pancakes and bacon,
Yeah.
basically.
yeah, a little
Yeah.
sausage
Yeah.
maybe too. Little hash
Yeah,
brown.
sausage, yeah, exactly.
Little
Yeah.
breakfast burrito.
You got any more to?
I was gonna say where if I'm going to Sweden, where should I go to? Where what would you recommend? Where should I travel to? In Sweden.
I mean, you should obviously try Stockholm. I mean, it's the biggest city.
Is there any like hidden gems? Like any like places where I should go like that it's not like so busy? Like I'm a big nature guy. I like being in nature.
Nature guy. I mean, nature guy. Of course,
Okay.
up north, but during the summer, I never been, but I mean, it's just in the pictures and stuff, so it
Right.
should be good.
Isn't that funny? Like
Then,
you're from like a lot of times that's what happens. It's like because you're there, you're like, well, I could go there anytime, and then you just don't ever end up going like up north or to where like the tourist areas.
No, I'm not exactly. I mean, yeah, during the summer I want to spend time with the family because I'm not doing that so much during the season. So just being in my hometown and then maybe go out for a few drinks with the boys in Örebro and on the nights and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
it's probably
that
the
sounds
best
dialed.
summer.
Dude, Leo, I've been telling everyone
Yeah.
I met you and at the combine, like you might be the biggest beauty in the league. Like you're so chill, like just a
Oh,
beauty.
yeah.
guy. Like
I'm
Yeah.
honestly looking
yeah, like
forward.
Maybe.
yeah, like Leo, you're flowing, brother.
Yeah.
I actually like really appreciate you coming on here
Oh,
and
yeah.
just giving us your time. It's a big,
Of course.
obviously a big moment in your life
course.
right now. You got a lot going on. So yeah, we really appreciate you hopping on
Yeah.
the pod and just being an
100%.
absolute legend.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
And I am
It's fun.
looking
Thank you.
forward to the Ducks social media with you, Zegras. Like, there's going to be some great moments. I can already tell. There's going to be some great moments on the ice as
Me
well.
too.
Now, when we were
Yeah.
at the combine, we'll just wrap this up. Final question. We asked Celebrity Crush. Now, the NHL didn't allow us to put that video out. Your answer, Margot Robbie. Still same or not? Because the final question was going to be, what did you think of the Barbie movie?
I haven't watched it.
I haven't watched either. I'm not going in for that stuff either.
I'm sorry.
You know what?
Yeah, I'm not good. It's not for me. No, yeah, from that, I mean, that Wolf of Wall Street movie is gotta
Yeah, Margot.
Margot
It's a
Yeah,
Robbie.
little
Right.
different than the
Yeah.
Barbie movie. Hey, Wolf of Wall
Margot
Street.
Robbie, gorgeous.
Yeah.
She's gorgeous. 100%.
Yeah, we
Can't
can't
argue
argue
that
that.
at all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
be. Then favorite like movie crush probably Johnny Mansell from his new
Johnny
documentary.
Manziel's got a new documentary out. Is it on Netflix? I haven't
not
seen
seen
it.
it.
No,
Haven't
I
seen
don't. I'm not a big movie guy. I don't do TV
Oh, he's
shows.
gonna quit the.
Holy. I've heard about it, but I haven't at the same time.
Kidding. Yeah, you're gonna watch that. It's like I mean it's a bit sad as well in the ending, but like yeah, he was a legend. Yeah, well, he was a legend.
Okay, okay, I gotta dial in on that.
Had to see the
We
one.
got homework.
Watch
I
it.
think I've seen
Yeah, you gotta
clips
do
of
it.
it on TikTok. Like I've seen like little bits. I've seen like
Yeah,
bits
probably.
of it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, but you have to watch it. Like,
Yo,
Tonight.
Okay, Leo, I'm okay. I
Alright.
will. I have to now. Now I got to.
yeah, you got me.
hold
Yeah,
on. I
yeah,
think,
yeah,
I think we got to leave him with like a celly for his first goal. Eh?
Oh yeah, it was first goal, Sally. I mean, for me, my go-to was just one of these. I just scored so many goals that it was just I don't gotta do too much. Just one of these, boom, put it up in the air.
No, just like this.
Yeah,
I
little
saw
shrug.
one of the players. He did a little
Yeah.
shoulder shrug. He did just one of these. He just did,
You got anything? You got anything planned? A big celly?
I'm not a selling. I'm not a
Of
selling guy.
course.
But I'm like shippy. I mean, I'm just happy.
we just, yeah,
to go out.
I
Like,
was always like,
Alright, so-
I was always like
Yeah,
a white
like-
arm. Just, yeah. One of those like big goal. It's probably a beauty. It was probably a top
Yeah,
shelf
don't do the-
snipe coming across the middle and just far side
I-
ripper.
yeah, I don't do the one knee
Nah,
thing.
I
going
wasn't,
on.
I wasn't that guy either, Leo. I wasn't doing that
G-
stuff.
Give us one in the preseason at
it's good.
least. You know, okay,
Good.
for regular season, sure, be the humble, but preseason, like throw the glove up in the air, give it a couple shots. No,
None of that, Jer. None of that.
I feel like
Wipe
yeah,
stick blade off.
during the preseason, during the preseason you have to be
Yeah.
even more
Yeah.
chill. So
Yeah, because the more chill is,
Rather
is
like
more
in-
style.
in-
Like the
I
more,
feel like
yeah, exactly.
yeah,
You
I've
gotta be
been
chill.
here
You
before, guys. I score a ton of goals, and I'm going to score a ton
Yeah.
more.
for your first goal in the NHL, you get a green light. You can do whatever celly you want. I think.
I feel like
That's
you're just
how
gonna
I
be- I
feel.
feel like you're just gonna be in the moment. Like you're not even gonna be thinking. You're gonna be so fired up that you just tucked one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it depends if you're like down 5-1 with 2
Right.
minutes left to go in the game. You're not going
Yeah,
down
true.
one
Still
knee.
fired
true.
up.
Like
Hey,
that,
it's still your first NHL bingo.
Yeah.
You're still gonna be
Go,
fired
go.
up. You're gonna be
Yeah,
like,
it's like, yeah,
the
sure.
boys are gonna give it to you in the locker room after. Like holy, when coach
Yeah,
leaves
oh,
the
yeah.
room. Yeah, when coach leaves the room, you guys are gonna
Yeah,
get
it's gonna be a fist bump. You're gonna go
Oh,
in the
yeah.
crowd. All the boys are gonna. Some guy's gonna grab the puck and
Yeah.
game on. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
probably.
Well,
Probably.
thanks so much for joining us. Can't wait to have you on again. After you can talk about your first season in the NHL, all that, how the other guys pranked you, rookie stuff, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, take notes throughout the season what you're going to say in the next
Yeah,
Puck
and-
Daddy pod. So
And make
Yeah,
sure we're
exactly. I
saving some
will.
tickets because Chip's coming to town. Chip's
Chip's
coming to
coming
town.
town,
I
yeah.
want some tickets for sure.
No, we've talked about doing
sure. I got you.
a video, a YouTube series on the experience in each city. So it's like what's it like in
Yeah, that would be
Anaheim? What's it
sick.
like in Nashville? What's it like in Toronto? Like
No,
Yeah.
we'll
We'll
take
come
action.
link up with
Yeah.
you. You take
Should
us
do
out
that.
to
You
your
should do
favorite
that.
spot
Best
type
coffee
thing. Like,
shop.
that would be sick. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go
Probably.
exactly. We go. We get dialed. Like, that would be awesome, dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
love it.
all
All
right.
right, Leo, thanks a lot for coming on. We
for
really
sure.
appreciate it, and we'll be doing it again,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
sir, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
thanks for
think
having
too
me.
much.
Thanks
Just
for
flow out
letting me
there,
on.
Leo. That's it, brother.
Go.
Yeah,
Flow,
let's go out
baby.
there, eh?
Have a good one.
Cheers,
Oh, yeah, I
brother.
will.
Have a good one.
Wow.
Okay.
What a beaut! Like I think we
Oh.
said that 3,500 times.
This
but
guy might be the biggest beauty in the league. I literally told him that. I just said that to him.
they're talking about bringing more personality, get more personality in the league. They got it.
Oh, for
Get
sure.
Leo into the skits. You know what I mean? He was dialed. He's like, yeah.
Said he wants to.
He's like, send me an invite. I was like, boom, let's do it then.
Keep an eye out.
Give me some tickets, man.
We should honestly, we should just fly to Anaheim. And be like,
should.
yo, when's look at off time? We'll see where there's a little break in the schedule.
Yeah.
We'll slide in there.
I can't shake these guys, man. It's gonna be like, holy, I
He's
came
like,
on-
everywhere he
I
looks,
came
the
on
pu-
their pod,
The
like
puck
just-
daddies are everywhere.
Yeah, like I came on the pod, like I was hoping maybe just they stopped DMing me, like.
We show up after the game. We hand delivered you a puck daddy hat. Here you go.
Yeah, exactly. Holy, like, no, I'm not taking you guys out for dinner. Hey, I'm not taking you around the town. No, I'm joking. I bet you he would.
It would be great. Like, I mean, that's some people. It's like, hey, let's just chill, whatever. I'm good for any. Like, he's super laid back, right? So we'll try not to harass him too much, hey, Leo. It's all right. We won't harass you too much, but we will fly to Anaheim and shoot some skits and
will
maybe
do
get on
that.
the ice, maybe shoot 15 or
yeah.
20,
I actually
20
wanna-
YouTube videos.
I actually would love to do a one-on-one drill with them.
just a calendar, like just
I'll play D.
a
I'll
photo
play my
shoot.
natural position.
Just do like photo shoot and get a full calendar.
We'll get Lundqvist out there too.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about the one-on-one right now and how I would just keep him to the outside. And Leo, I know you're listening to this right now, but I would be keeping you to the outside. We got to make it happen.
I sense you're gonna send him to the outside. Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm like, it's tough to get around me. I don't care who you are. I mean, unless you have McDavid's speed, it's
I'm already telling you what happens. You're gonna send him to the outside. He's gonna hold the puck out. He's 6'3". You're way outside. You're within his wingspan. He's like a mother duck, and he's just like this, right? You can't do anything. And then he starts to toe drag. And like, oh, he's gonna toe drag. And right when you go and bite, you go for the poke check, and then he
Immediate
taps
poke
it.
check.
He taps it.
oh, if I don't
in
poke, if
reverse.
if I don't take the puck, I'm taking the body. So
Yeah, and 6'3" Leo
six-
Carlsson.
yeah, oh, buddy.
Cool.
I was playing against that when I was grade
story,
8.
bro.
I was playing against 6'3" when I was in grade 8.
All right, let's come back down to earth. What did you guys think of that interview?
I just can't wait until Chippy starts cashing these checks that his mouth keeps on writing.
Oh.
Once we get Bedard on the ice again,
I
Leo.
literally the Bedard crossbar challenge when we tied. When Bedard and I tied, and I hit the crossbar in the last shot.
That's
you can
true,
go.
actually.
You can go watch
Yeah.
that clip back. I hit the crossbar.
Mhm.
So I mean, my
Bernard
money's
in
there.
his loafers.
Oh,
Wait till you get on
and
the
Chippy,
ice.
Chippy, after 10 hours doing interviews all day with no food, still ripping it off the crossbar.
And actually, like,
I'm telling you.
let's not forget about Rasmus Dahlin.
Oh, this hasn't come out yet.
That hasn't come out
That
yet.
hasn't come out yet.
Oh my
It's
God.
coming out soon. Let's absolutely not forget about that. I gotta edit that footage. Actually, supposed to have that today.
Come to mention it. All right. Interview is great. Love having. Who should we have next on the show?
Yeah, let us know in the comments. What did you? What was the most interesting thing that Leo said in this episode?
Oh.
And who should we have next?
I forgot Darlene was Swedish.
Yes.
I should have asked him something about that.
Maybe from a
Hindsight is
different-
2020.
Yes, it was very clear in 20.
Anyway, we won't keep you guys too much longer. This is going to be a long episode.
Oh well, let's do the most Canadian.
Yeah, get into it. What did you bring?
We're all gonna pick. I should give these things to you ahead of time so you can kind of.
Probably a good
Spend some
idea.
time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't need it.
This is an easy one.
All right.
Give me the most Canadian actor.
Okay, I'm going.
All right. First up
I'm
to
not
the
even.
plate.
I'm just flowing
Okay.
like Chippy does. I'm not even going to think about it too much. Jim Carrey.
Great pick.
Jim Carrey.
Wonderful pick.
That's just who came to mind first. I'm not even going to think about it. I don't
That's
want to
a
know
great-
any other option.
That's a great. But I think people wouldn't even know he's Canadian.
Fair, because he did just go. He just.
No, they're like, he's the nicest American I've ever met. No, he's Canadian. That's why.
Yeah, because I honestly forgot he was Canadian because he's so big and such a big he's still
Superstar.
definitely my favorite. Jim Carrey is probably one of my biggest inspirations, to be
Great.
honest.
Like, great pick.
With just the facial expressions, the weirdness, the
Yeah.
acting ability,
Comfortable-
the mask. I remember
Comfortable in his own skin
watching, yes,
in any role and in real life too.
just being it's okay to be weird. Like that's what Jim taught me.
I think Canada really brings that out in people because you're so isolated
Yeah.
that you just get a little more weird, and you know what I mean. Like he
Yeah.
brings that goofiness. Canadians are just a little more goofy. Just having Jim Carrey, absolutely great pick. Best Canadian, most Canadian.
Most Canadian, yeah.
I think I got it a little more hometown, a little more home soil.
Okay.
I watched probably every episode of the show.
Oh. He might be coming in my pick.
JerryD.com.
Jerry
Oh,
D.
I love Jerry
Oh,
D.
Mr. D. I grew up on Mr. D, man. Like, I watched every episode of that show.
He
I don't think I
is-
watched that show until I was
oh,
like 18.
it's so good. He had like McKinnon on there. He's had like
Oh,
hockey
yeah.
guys.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
It was that show. If you haven't watched it, like you got to find where it's on.
100%.
It used to be on Netflix. I think they took
Mhm.
it off, but literally Jerry. Shout out to Jerry. Like his comedy is definitely like rubbed off on me a ton.
This is so hard too because now I'm just having a floodgates are opening. You're talking about the hometown pick, and there's so many underappreciated Canadian comedies. What was the two guys, Spencer? They always battled against each other.
Oh.
Man, okay, forget that. Trailer Park Boys.
Oh yeah.
Trailer Park Boys. Oh,
But it's
what a
weird because
classic.
Trailer Park Boys doesn't even feel like acting.
No,
but it is.
It's like a mockumentary type stuff.
You know,
but
so it's like weird because you don't even think of you just think it's real and they just filmed it, but it's not.
it was Kenny versus Spenny. That's the one.
Oh.
Kenny versus Spenny. It's just like this weird, like it was on late night CBC
Yeah.
television, and it was basically this would have been the perfect YouTube channel.
Mm.
They were doing YouTube type stuff before YouTube was around, and like the big broadcasts are like, we don't even know where to put this. Let's just put it on at like midnight. On this
Right.
cha- And you know people find it sure.
Is Jack Black Canadian? I don't think he is.
No, I don't.
No,
think
is
so.
he not?
No, no,
Is
no.
he
No,
not? He's
I don't
not.
think
I don't think he is.
But they were doing like weird stuff like, okay, it's a competition. Who can have a goat tied to themselves for the longest, right? And the loser, like there's this huge punishment. Like that's elite stuff. I can't go there for my pick. It's tough. Honorable mention to Austin Powers, eh?
oh,
Mike Myers.
Mike Myers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Turtle.
Mike Myers,
Turtle.
honorable mention. But for my pick,
Turtle.
most Canadian actor, I'm going Steve Smith. And some people might be like, Steve
Who?
Smith?
Who?
Who?
Red Green. The Red Green Show.
Oh, is that acting though?
Red
Yes!
Green
I guess
Show?
it's
don't even know what
acting,
you're
but it's
talking
like
about.
it's like that's like him writing skits and doing it as himself though. It's not really like playing a role.
Who?
He was
oh,
Red
guess it
Green.
is.
He was Red Green.
Yeah.
Well, he was red, and then you know
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
He's hilarious though. That
Okay,
show
so
is great.
the Red Green Show. If you, that's
You're too young, I guess.
guess.
Jesse,
I
yeah.
have no idea.
So
what
so
you're
this is something that I watched like whenever I saw it on, it was like a remote drop. Like I'm flicking through trying to find something Red Green, boom, I'm watching, and it was just the weird. Like I sometimes I didn't get it, but I was just glued to the screen.
It's the presentation and
Oh,
the way
it-
that he explains stuff is funny.
Yes,
Yeah.
he
Spit, grit, and a whole lot of duct tape.
he's basically like a handyman, but he was just absolutely terrible at it. And he'd
Yeah.
give off like little tips, and they'd have little segments. It was all skit type comedy stuff.
Basically, Jeremy's entire anything that's DIY, Jeremy bases his humor off of the Red Green Show.
Green Show.
Yeah, if the women don't find you handsome, they'll at least find you handy.
Yeah.
Is there any other like? I feel like we're missing some big.
There's a ton.
Is Johnny Carson Canadian or no?
I'm having trouble trying to think of Canadians right now.
There's a ton of big. And you know what's
I'm
funny?
gonna open up Google right here.
Okay, let's go Ryan Reynolds. Okay,
Is he yeah. Oh.
Oh,
let's go Ryan Gosling.
Yeah. Okay.
Both the Ryans.
Yeah.
Both the good-looking,
Yeah.
cute.
I forgot. Yes, I
Cute.
mean, I knew there were some big.
Sammy, look out.
both of the attractive,
Yeah,
charming, and
okay.
funny.
No, they're a couple studs.
They are like they took over.
Useless.
Speaking of Stutzla,
Let's
preseason
talk
madness.
preseason. Let us know who your most Canadian actor is. I think we re-rounded out there. Jerry D, Steve Smith from Red Green, and Jim Carrey. We got a
All
superstar.
comedy. Yeah.
Oh, it's all comedy.
Yeah.
Canadians are just funny.
We are.
Is there a serious Canadian actor? Because I can't think of one. Like Ryan Reynolds is funny.
Ryan Gosling?
Gosling, I guess. Yeah, he did The Notebook. Eh.
Yeah, he's done serious and funny.
Eh,
But he's kind of like satire funny now.
Yeah, no. So he started on Breaker High, which is like this like cringy after school special type TV show that I used to watch.
Yeah.
And he was the comic relief on that show.
Well, he actually started out doing like dancing and stuff, I'm pretty sure.
was like
Like
Mickey
when he
Mouse
was
Club or
younger.
something. Did he?
Yeah, yeah. It was like in like Disney and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So very like kid show
There's some
type stuff
women-
until he
women
worked his way
actresses?
into
Like, there's got to be some.
Oh, definitely is.
I
I
just
can't
don't
load
watch a
anything
lot
on
of
here.
shows.
That's what happens.
I
We don't do our research, eh?
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, preseason. Have you guys watched any of the games? What are you thinking so far?
I've watched zero preseason.
I've
That's
watched.
a fact.
I've watched. I'll say I've passively watched while I'm working on something, so I can tune in when there's something interesting happening. So I'm kind of in tune, but not fully. And what I've seen is, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, we're not worried. We're absolutely not worried. Leafs aren't worried.
Yeah.
So
Leafs have lost both games 3-2 down from the Ottawa
But
Senators.
East-
Ottawa had their
Cowan.
entire starting lineup against
No.
pretty much. It's
But they-
Stützle, Kachuk,
Okay, so the first game,
Batherson.
let's go through it. First preseason game, Leafs
Sanderson.
had, I think, 2, maybe 3 of their like regular NHLers. Like they had
How many do they
Nylander,
play?
Domi, and Riley.
Mm.
Those were like the only ones. And then the Senators had like their top 2 lines and
their top 2 lines.
their top
Forward and
D
defense.
pairing.
Yeah.
But then the second game, there was only one player between both teams that played in the first game.
Yes.
So it was basically like Toronto's AHL team plus like prospects versus Ottawa Senators team that the Leafs played the second time. I don't know how to explain it.
you
but-
don't have to run to the TV to watch the first preseason
especially
game.
not when there's football and baseball and everything on.
Unless you're really dialed in to watch prospects and stuff like that, because they're taking a look at all like, oh, what do we have here? You know,
Like Easton Cowan, like Chippy was saying,
Oh,
he was
Easton Cowan looked great in this.
he's going to be a stud.
He got high praise, and guess what, guys? He's wearing the hat that you're wearing right now.
Yeah, the
Oh, he's
style
got
and
the
flow.
flow?
He sent me a DM. He's like, he had the style and flow hat. He's team style and flow. He's not
Yeah,
thinking too much.
buddy.
He's flowing out
He's
there.
a stud. I'm telling you.
You know what I
telling
saw?
you.
You know what I noticed about the second game? He was driving the net. He got a good scoring chance, and then he got tripped, so he got a penalty shot. On the penalty shot, he didn't convert, but it went to him, and he wasn't even phased. You'd think like as a guy who's trying to like prove himself, he's like, no, it doesn't matter. You know, like I am who I am. I know I'm not playing in the NHL this year anyway. But he wasn't phased at all. He
But
was just,
Sheldon was like, I couldn't not put this guy out. Like he's like every time he was on the ice, I saw a little
Something was
interview last-
happening.
He's like this. I couldn't like
Yeah.
I was trying to give Pappy, give them their minutes, trying to give these boys the minutes, and he's like, I couldn't keep this kid off the ice.
Mhm. I think
Is he gonna crack the lineup?
I feel like
he'll get some
if,
looks.
if the only way that he would crack the lineup is if there was every like 3 people get injured and they had to put someone on waivers that they lose. Like he's like maybe 6th or 7th down the lineup because he needs to develop. He's too young.
Yeah.
Or is he just a stud because he's on Team Sty and Flow,
Ha.
and he's gonna come in the league and just do what he does?
You know what?
I wouldn't want to though, because look what happened with Robertson. You know,
Yeah.
like all it takes is like yeah, you want to go hard, but then you put yourself in a position that you're a bit more vulnerable than you normally would be. You're against full size NHL players. Like I want to give him more time to develop. Like he's not even going to be the AHL this year. He's going to be in the OHL.
Oh,
he's
that's
going to be
fun
first.
to watch.
First.
He's
Like,
light
He's going to lead the league if he's in the O.
Yeah, like he's got to he's got to take time to develop and like not get injured. You know.
Yeah, fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's
or-
my opinion.
Yeah, and I guess we have
But like,
enough
but it's like
depth
OHL is still like you can still get hurt there.
Yeah, but it's different though when you're playing against guys that are in similar stature
Dude,
to you. You know?
Remember when you're in grade 8 and you're the big kid on the bus?
Yeah.
That's when you're like 19 years old in the OHL. You just bully everyone.
Yeah.
So
he's
it's
gonna-
like
oh,
he's gonna be.
So I mean, he's
pushing
bullying
people.
guys in the
Yeah.
show now. That's what I'm saying. He's gonna
saying,
be a
yeah, okay.
stud,
We're
bro.
both saying the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
We're both saying, yo, this kid's a stud ski because he's on Team Sty and
You know what I'm
Flow.
saying?
So if you're watching this or listening on Wednesday or Thursday, go 28th. Circle your calendar. Right, that's Thursday. Blackhawks versus Blues. You might have a chance to see Bedard. It's on 8:30 p.m. That's Eastern time.
Is that Thursday?
That's on Thursday.
How many preseason games are there?
This is their first. So I looked like when does Blackhawks play first, and it's Blackhawks Blues Thursday the 28th. Watch that game.
It's going to be the most viewed preseason game. I can almost guarantee.
It might have 1 million views. It might be more viewed than
You know
some.
what? The TikToks will be firing off, and it starts. So it starts.
You know they're gonna have Bedard out there, yeah. Like, is it a
wants
Do you
to
guarantee?
think
play.
they do?
Yeah,
do you
you
think
have
they
to.
play him
Yeah, he wants
first
to-
game preseason?
First game preseason?
He
Why?
wants to be out
He's
there.
like
I'm just like anybody else.
Yeah,
he wants to be on the ice for sure. He's saying
that's
put me
true.
out.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they will. Yeah.
He wants to get as many because he wants to come have a huge first game. He
Who are
wants
they
to end the
playing?
Regular season.
Blues,
Blues.
and they already had their rookie.
Who's
camp
their
against them.
second game against?
I don't know. I didn't look that far.
Oh,
Over under
Uh,
2 bingos.
It's probably against the Blues again.
yeah.
That's the over under 2 bings.
In a preseason game.
Yeah.
One.
Or just like
he gets one.
1.5.
1 and 3 assists. No, I'll go 1 and 2 assists.
He's ripping at least 2.
Yeah, you know what?
He's ripping 2. I don't
It-
care. He might get a hottie.
They're gonna like Blues are gonna put a lot of their prospect guys out, right? So they're not gonna have a lot of firepower. So yeah, you know what?
He just,
He
he
might
just
get.
shoots that thing, bro. He just gets
Yeah.
that thing and he can have 8 shots. He's gonna have 10 shots.
You're probably right.
Just gonna fire.
it
He was
depends-
getting like
it-
60 shots a game in the O.
It depends how much they play him though. Like if he's playing 8 minutes or 10 minutes
He needs one shift.
to get.
One shift, 8 shots.
Yeah.
He played it down because I brought it up when we had him on the podcast. I was like, hey, how are you getting 13 shots per game? He's like, well, I don't know if I'm getting that many. I looked at the stats. I'm looking, it's like 10 shots, 13 shots, 9 shots, 12 shots. Like, how do you get that many shots?
I don't even get that many shots in, man.
Because he's controlling the play.
Right.
Like if he doesn't have the puck, he's in a position where he's going to have it again, like in 1 or 2 passes. You know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so I've got a goal and we'll say 2 assists. You're at two bingos.
I think he's getting 1 goal and like 2 or 3 assists because it's a preseason game,
We're on
right?
the same page here.
He wants to spread it out.
Their next game is it looks like
He's just
Saturday
toying. He
against
just
the
wants to
Minnesota
spread
Wild.
it out.
Yeah. So yeah, if he's not on the ice on the Thursday, then you can look for him Saturday.
They might do the Saturday night game.
Yeah, true.
Sell
Get
out-
the more
sell out
views.
barn on Saturday. Like, I might be flying in for that game.
All right. Let's anything else about preseason?
No, I think
we're
it's
good.
time
We're
for me to go
good.
grab a
One
shawarma.
thing I wanted to touch before we wrap it up,
Yeah.
because I know we've been running for a long time, is we were wrong, or I was wrong about the PWHL draft, because like I couldn't find anything online about it.
I was looking. How do you make the teams? There's no good information about it.
But I'm still confused, and I need to like read about it because there was definitely announcements of players being chosen for the 6 teams, like the big names like Sarah Nurse and Mary Philippe Poulin and all them.
Yes.
And then there was still the draft, and Taylor Heisey got drafted first overall by the Minnesota.
Yep.
Yes.
And also, I don't know what the names of the teams are. There's so much unknown, and we're gonna like keep up to date with it moving forward.
So I was doing some reading last week,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess you found something that said there's no age limit. Like you can draft someone, like you can draft a 15-year-old or 16-year-old.
yeah.
Like,
There's
why did no one draft that Nila girl from the Czech Republic who's just absolutely dominating female hockey? That
Maybe they have to like. She had to like be put in to be.
Yeah, you have to
maybe she
apply
didn't
for it?
wanna Apply or I don't,
fair.
I don't. You're
Yeah.
asking. I don't know.
That would be
like it.
reasonable.
Yeah.
And like also, if you're trying to draft a kid, you probably have to have the consent of the parents.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
I'd say that's pretty.
But like, imagine they didn't go through the due diligence, so they're just like, yeah, there's no limit on who you can draft. Then they pick someone, and then they're like, wait a minute, I didn't even know I was I didn't want to play
Dude,
there. Like,
that's how it used to happen in the NHL. They would just go find kids and then like sign them at like 14 years old. That's Bobby Orr got signed by the Bruins when he was like 14. Like, hey, you're part of our club.
and it's like, but what if I don't want to be?
No, that's the thing. So at like 12,
Yeah.
they found out this Bobby Orr kid, and he had a chance to play for the NHL, I think, or for the Maple Leafs. Like his parents wrote a letter to the Maple Leafs, and they wrote back like, "Oh, thanks for your consideration, but we're not interested at the moment," or something like that.
Right.
Right?
Oh, I think I remember reading about this.
Yeah, I read his book, and then I guess the Bruins caught wind of this stud, 12 years old, right? And his name was not Coach Chippy. It was
Was it,
no,
was it not?
it was Bobby Orr.
I just gotta get my
And-
body moving here.
And basically, what they had this one guy that basically just follow him around and start like being real nice to the parents, like helping them out, like just winning them over.
Right.
So that I think there must maybe the age was like 14 years old, but essentially it's like, hey, like, do you want to join?
They
our
keep
squad?
coming back every day. Like, do you want to play now?
That's what I'm
Do
saying.
you want to
No,
play now?
It wasn't like they had to wait until a certain age to play,
Right.
but like they could sign them at any age,
Oh,
or like maybe at 14 years old. It was young. There was no draft, right? And yeah, he just sweet talked the family. The parents loved him, and
Right. And
it
like
worked.
any team could go and talk to anyone.
any team could do that. Yeah, it was just free for all. Except for if you're in Quebec, then you had to play for the Montreal Canadiens. It's a bunch of cheaters. All right. Hey.
Chippy nailed it.
All right. Wrap it up. Some news going around. BioSteel, apparently going bankrupt. Right. There's a lot of technical jargon going around. People are like, "Oh, are they going to go into business?" Like, I brought some BioSteel to Men's League Hockey, and the guys are like, "Oh, those are going to be in the museum soon. They're going into business. They're going to be antiques." I'm like, guys, everyone relax. Everyone relax. Basically, what's happening? Their parent company, which is Canopy Growth, they're like, you know what? We're going to sell you guys. We don't want to fund BioSteel anymore.
Because they were in the negative profit.
Yeah, it's basically like there's a lot of moving parts in a business, right?
Yeah.
They've grown so fast, and Canopy has just put a lot of money, grow, and it basically comes down to it. And
yeah, they put a lot of marketing dollars. BioSteel, a lot of commercials,
Lots of marketing.
NHL sponsors.
and yep,
And yeah, they're just not making money.
they're making money, but it's like they're spending 100 million to make 40. I'm just making up numbers here just to paint the picture.
I think it was something like their revenue for the year was up like astronomically to like 38 million, but they spent like 40 to 45.
Okay, I was just saying like to make it like more dramatic.
Right.
You spend 100 million to make 40, something like that, right? Anyway, so Canopy's like, yeah, we're out. We're we're not going to fund you anymore. So then BioSteel is basically has no parent company. They file for. You getting bored here yet, Chippy?
I can't wait for this story to be over.
Oh my
If I'm
god.
gonna be completely honest.
I can tell you.
Basically, they're making the company able to be bought by someone as its own entity without.
Yeah. So the name BioSteel is gonna. I can tell Chippy is almost using his microphone fluff thing as a pillow to fall asleep. So I'll make it really quick. BioSteel, the brand, is still going to be around. It's just going to be bought by another parent company, and you will not notice any difference. Essentially, right? It's still going to be out. They're still going to make the product, so they're not going away. They're not closing down.
If anything, they might go bigger.
You
Depends who buys it, right?
You don't know, yeah. But like, I'm hearing there's a lot of interested parties. The same thing, just throwing it back to something relatable. The same thing happened to Bauer. Bauer filed for bankruptcy a few years ago.
Right.
Bauer's still around. The only thing that stunk is that it was a publicly traded company. So anyone who had stocks just got rinsed.
Right.
Done.
Yeah.
Right. And then new people came, bought it. Boom. Bauer's still around. Brand's still around.
Interesting.
Any questions?
Class?
No,
All right, class
I'm
dismissed.
still
Bell.
awake. I can't believe I'm still alive after that explanation. I've never been more engaged in a story.
All I'm
in my
trying to
life.
say is we love BioSteel. When the new owners take over, we're here for your sponsorship money.
Yeah, come
Hey?
my way.
I think that was the issue, is they spent too much on the NHL, not enough on the Puck Daddy podcast.
Yeah.
They need to really dump all of their marketing funds into us three if they want to
Just figure it out, guys.
we'll give you the bang for the buck
Figure
that
it
you're looking
out.
for.
Yeah.
Okay?
The marketing
Can
man.
you tell we're desperate for a sponsor?
The marketing man.
I'm trying to get a new
We're
computer.
the marketing man.
I'm trying to get a computer that won't crash during the pod.
Yeah.
For we have more guests.
All right. That wraps up this episode. I gotta go eat.
Same, bro.
Oh, that wasn't the right one I wanted.
Chippy, what do you...
Pick a button, any
Gonna
button.
change the world
Oh, we're done.
Yeah, we're done.
I see you guys next week.
with
My hockey stick.
gonna make a real difference. Feed the poor and heal the sick.
Have a fantastic.
When are we gonna
rest of
drop
your
your single, eh?
day.